Musgrave Crane is one of the last physical remnants of the process that went on the Hafod-Morfa Copperworks site. The project that started last autumn and was finalised just in the last couple of weeks saw the crane being restored by Tom Henderson and a group of volunteers and reinstalled in the engine house itself, in the roof. It was in remarkably good order, considering that it had been sitting up in the air for the best part of 40 years, exposed to the elements.
It started off being a fairly big undertaking and then just turned into this kind of all-consuming passion, really. Certainly if I wasn't passionate about it, I'd have given up halfway, I think. I grew up seeing a lot of these buildings coming down, and I didn't know anything about them at the time. But then the more you find out, you're like, bloody hell, it's gone, So then you realise that what's left, find out a bit more and do a bit of research. Wow, actually, the Musgrave engine is fairly important. It was a big thing for Vivian and Sons at the time, and I'm really passionate about making it a kind of focal point for Swansea's industrial heritage, and so the local people can actually get to know about their industrial past that's almost completely disappeared. That's kind of what's driven me and through the project and keeps me going, really. And it's very pleasing. It's gratifying, I think is maybe the better word. That I'm just not the only one.
It's interesting to dismantle. When we dismantled the crane, you can see how it was made, or the way they had done things back in 1910. And then it was interesting then to put the crane back together and overcome some of the issues and problems. You could see an end coming to it and think, we completed a milestone, quite an important milestone in the project.
It was really just, because I've been retired some years, it was nice to do something different for a change, and get back bashing things around a bit rather than just drawing or get hold of the spanners and undo things and hit things, which was always quite enjoyable.
First and foremost, it gives volunteers the opportunity to undertake activities they've never undertaken. So these are people ranging in age from students to people of my generation who are in, you might call it their twilight years, and finding it hard to find new things to do. And so to be able to work on an engineering project, which was quite significant, so that's a unique opportunity. That also made it particularly satisfying for people to be involved in.
Because I keep getting told off for saying this. In some respects, it was really straightforward. Take it apart, clean it, put it back together again. It almost was as simple as that, but some parts really did not want to come apart. They took an entire day of sledging and hitting and heating, and just absolutely exhausting. Some of the other highlights, just the first time we had some of the gears together, and we could spin them over by hand, and they glided and they went smoothly, and you could hear the noise of the gear teeth clattering as they went around. That's a noise that somebody hasn't heard since 1980 at least. So that was brilliant. People talk about kind of bringing history alive, and that kind of was. Hell of a project.
Nowadays, so many things that we have in our houses or our cars are sealed. You can't work on them as a human being. Whereas the crane was a very tangible thing. People could see how it worked.
I think because today we're so far removed from that world. When Swansea was an industrial powerhouse, you could have barely seen your hand in front of your face. I think it's kind of important to remember these kind of things and understand where we came from and how the modern world was built. So there's so many lessons out there that you can kind of pick out of it. It's a fascinating thing, really.